Hello, everybody. Welcome to yet another Liquidium Lunch Club. It is August 22nd, and it is nice to see you all. I'm joined by our fellow co hosts, CTO, Mr. Pete.
What's up?
Yes, sir. And we have our head of marketing, Miss Lady Liquidium.
Hey guys, did you guys miss me? I feel like I haven't been on the Liquidium Lunch Club in a couple weeks at least.
Yeah.
A while. I miss
Yeah.
you, I'll tell you that much, but
You are the fan favorite, so you have been missed. I have seen some comments for sure. You're the breath of fresh air. You got a bunch of nerds over here otherwise.
No, so I
I'm in the
deal
middle,
with
right? Right, James?
So today I got some old man Gordetto's chips. Got the rye chips mix here. And broke out a high noon tequila seltzer because I can't do vodka like that. So I had to go with the tequila one.
Oh, wait, they have tequila ones? You're kidding.
Nah, sir, this is a tequila one with blood orange.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, bro. Today years old when you learn that they got the tequila ones. They're way better than the vodka ones.
Oh, really? Damn, I have some vodka ones in my fridge right now, actually. Should I?
Bro, floor them, and go get some tequilas, bro. Florida mugs, bro. Dumb.
Yes.
Kate, what are you working on over there?
So I have some like really nasty Greek yogurt. It's actually gross. It's vanilla flavored, but there's no vanilla. It's just plain ass Greek yogurt. And I'm drinking a Prime energy drink, but in a fancy glass. So I'm fancy, super fancy. So
Keeping it classy.
What about you, Pete?
Yeah, I've got some Prime too. I think I got you on that wave, so.
Sponsorship?
Not
Yours
as fancy.
isn't in a fancy cup, so
No, it's nowhere near as fancy. And this is kind of gross. I just tanked some fruits. So that's about it.
Okay.
But it's just my finished fruit bowl.
No, I feel that.
Oh yeah.
So I think today people are gonna have some fun with what we have to announce. But before we do that, we're gonna ask everybody to please share out the X link for the broadcast happening right now, so that we can try to amplify and get as many friends in on this message that we have right now. And we're also going to restart the Liquidium Lunch Club Member of the Week as well. And we'll give you more details on that at the end of today's episode. But enough for me. Pete, go for it, man.
Let's go. Super excited to be with everybody today. Just want to check. Did we get the Twitter stream going too? Is that up right now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is.
Oh, no. Okay, cool. Awesome. Then let's get right into it. Welcome, everybody. Good to see the familiar faces, as always. It's good to have you guys. Today, we do have some very juicy alpha to spill. Got me super excited. I'm so hyped to be sharing some of these things with you. There's some more alpha that I want to share that I can't share quite yet, but there's a lot cooking right now at the
Don't tease them like that.
It's overflowing. I'm just so excited. Like
Liquidium blue balls, man.
Things. Yeah, that's what we're clicking on. So yeah, let's get right into it. We can talk about a few right now. Let's see here where to start. Okay. Guess I'll just post a little list here, and we can just go through them one by one, check out the teasers. But the first one to mention is we are finally testing the ability for borrowers to repay with unconfirmed Bitcoin. So this has been requested for a very long time now. We've been making sure everything would work nice, smooth, and safely for those. So that's finally in progress, being tested, and getting ready to come out soon. This should help borrowers a ton when they're trying to repay a lot of loans at once. Now you can actually just chain them all together and get all those repayments in maybe one block, even if you're paying all those fees. So that's going to be huge. The one limitation here is that you have to use unconfirmed Bitcoin that is from Liquidium. The main reason is this just is helping us make sure we're not spending any of runes or ordinals accidentally. So if they come from Liquidium, we know that they've already been filtered. So we'll be able to do that easy. And that way, people can just repay a bunch of loans at once in one block. So that's number one. Number two, let's take a look at, I'm going to go a little bit out of order, but let's take a look at the multiple loan terms. This is one that I personally have been pushing for a long time for us to get on the plate. We finally cleared a lot up and got some goodies, got some good time to fill this one out. So that's exciting. I have a little teaser picture here. Let me just make sure I'm sharing the right screen.
Don't show off everything over there, Pete. Be careful.
Yeah, no, not everything. Not yet, guys. But yeah, I'm glad that we can use these lunch clubs to come and spill some juicy insights. So that's super exciting. But yeah, so here we have a mock-up of what the terms would look like. So this is from the lender's perspective. So for the lenders, you'll be able to basically select a term for the collection, and each term will have a different duration as well as APY. And now this kind of just makes it a lot easier, a lot more economic for the lenders and borrowers to meet in the middle and figure out what the right term is for a collection. So I know a lot of people have been a little bit critical of our current algorithm, so this should definitely help things a ton. Honestly, it should just make it a lot more seamless, a lot more easy for people to meet in the middle and see where the right term is for people to borrow and lend. The really good thing about this too for Liquidium in general is that the lenders are not committing Bitcoin when they create an offer. So really you can make an offer on all of these at once, and then whichever one is accepted, boom, you're ready to go. You didn't have to commit any Bitcoin, you didn't have to lock any Bitcoin. So that's kind of a really good feature that adds on to this one as well. That should make it a lot easier, a lot more smooth for the lenders too. And then yeah, for borrowers, now you can choose exactly what you're looking for, or at least a lot more closely to what you're looking for. So really, really excited about this one. It should just overall make the flow and the economics of everything work a lot better here. So that's exciting to see. And yeah, let me know if I missed any questions, guys, if anybody sends a message. But if there's none, we'll continue onward.
Keep on.
Cool. Then next we have BRC-20s are being tested internally as well. No real timeline yet for when we're gonna be rolling this out, but we'll probably hook up a early access sign up sheet pretty soon. And then people can sign up right in the app, go to the BRC-20 page. They'll have a little bit of a teaser. I don't know if anybody remembers, but we used to have that for the runes too when it was getting close. We had the teaser open and you could just sign up for the whitelist. So, and the early access. So yeah, so we're gonna have that ready soon for BRC-20s. But yeah, right now we've got it all hooked up. We're testing the flow. We're making sure everything looks good and works great. So that's super exciting. I can walk us through what it looks like here. Yeah, so the first screen, this is what you'll see when you come up to your BRC-20. For example, this is the Lamb collection. And then again, this is for borrowers too, to keep in mind. So for the borrowers, they come here. Similar to runes, you would choose your bundle size. And for BRC-20, since you can't split directly, you need to have that valid transfer inscription, as we know. So right here in the borrow modal, you can just click inscribe BRC-20 bundle, and this will inscribe the exact amount that you need for the loan. That way you don't have to go through any third parties. You don't have to rely, pay any extra fees on this. We're not charging any extra fees for this. You're just paying the fee rate, the network fee. So that's super easy and seamless, keeps you all in one place. After that transaction is broadcast, you'll see this pending screen where if you want to see the exact transaction, you can go ahead and click this button. It'll take it right there for you. And basically just, again, just making sure that you have that valid transfer. And finally, once it's all ready, you'll have the final option to accept. You'll see here that you have a balance of 1 LAM, and we can mention to you that an available BRC-20 transfer note for 1 LAM will be used. So you can have multiple ones, but you don't have to select them or anything. It's just automatically going to grab one of them, and you're ready to sign as long as you have that. The really cool thing here too is for repayments and liquidations, you kind of run into that same issue of needing the valid transfer in the escrow, right? Like when I want to withdraw my BRC-20s, I need that valid transfer in the escrow, essentially, before I do that. What we've cooked up is it's all done in 2 transactions, but you're just signing 1 here. So you can go ahead and start the loan, and it'll also put that new valid transfer into the escrow so that it's ready for the borrower or the lender, whoever ends up claiming it. But they don't have that extra step of needing to inscribe that first, wait for that, and then unlock. So this should really help for faster repayments, faster liquidations in BRC-20s, and make sure the flow is as close to the rune and ordinal flow as possible. So that's another thing that's really exciting. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for BRC-20s. Lots of goodies there. The testing is going well. It's really fun. Super cool to see new assets being added. So I'm incredibly bullish.
Yeah, why is this one called Lamb, but it's a guinea pig?
Yeah, honestly, misleading. Who put this there? I'll bring that up with the devs. But yeah, that's the BRC-20s alpha. We touched over these 3, and then the next one, which is probably the soonest to be released, is token discounts. So this was a proposal that was in Votico recently, where people could decide if we wanted to add this tiered discount model for people who hold the Liquidium token. And it looks like it's going to pass pretty confidently. So here, basically, the first iteration will be for borrowers. The next iteration will be for lenders. But right now, we'll talk about just the borrowers. So borrowers who hold anywhere in these ranges will receive a discount on the platform fee, which equates to about these separate tiers that you'll see. So if you have, for example, between 400, 1200 Liquidium token, the discount on the platform fee is going to be 5%. The base platform fee is 20% of the generated interest, so that brings it down to 19. So yeah, so again, this discount is coming from the platform fee. It doesn't reduce how much the lender earns. And that's kind of a benefit of having the platform fee as well be part of the interest. So now we can reduce the cut from there, and the lender still receives a good amount, and the borrower is receiving a discount in essence. Yeah, and then we can see here that it goes all the way up to above 8K. And if that is how much that you have, you'll receive, well, you only have to pay 15% will go to the platform. So you're essentially saving around 5% total on the interest. So some important things to note is that this is verified before you start the loan and when you go to repay. So for example, if I have somewhere in this range and I sell some and I end up in this range, or for whatever reason I end up in this range here, then there's no fee or no discount at all. So that's one important thing to keep in mind. The other thing to keep in mind, though, is if I'm in this bracket and I increase to this bracket, I'll still earn what I was at the beginning, essentially. So those are two important things to keep in mind for this flow. Otherwise, the lenders can also receive kind of a bonus as well. For the lenders, it's not a discount, it's essentially an additional interest that they're earning. And it works pretty much the same way, where it's coming from the platform fee, and everything is pretty much the same. So the tiers are the same, the percents more are the same, and it equates to, for example, instead, like right now, the lenders receive 80% of the interest. So if they're in this first tier here, instead of 80, they would receive 81. And if this one here, instead of 80, they would receive 82%, all the way up to 85. And again, that kind of just together with the borrow one just comes from the Liquidium, the platform fee, and the total decrease that it could have on the platform fee is bringing it down by half, essentially. So all the way down to just 10%, and the other 5% is being earned additionally or at a discount to the lender and the borrower, respectively. So this is another really interesting feature we've got. And yeah, I can also show some of the UI here too for what it looks like. I've been testing it a bunch recently. We can see that if I'm a lender and I'm ready to go and make an offer, I can hit lend here. I can see once I have a valid amount that here's my little discount notification icon. Currently, I'm receiving a 10% discount. So I want some more info. I can go ahead and click here. And now it shows me exactly how much I qualify for. It shows me exactly the ranges, and all the info that I want to need around the token can be found there. Otherwise, I can close this. I believe it might show some more here. Yep. So over here, we see a more detailed breakdown for this loan specifically, not just the tiers itself. I can see the loan amount, the total interest I'll end up paying, and the Liquidium fee. But then with the discounted fee, I see it's 10% off. So now I see I'm saving a little bit here. And yeah, over time, essentially, if you get enough discounts, it could essentially be, economically worth it as well. So that's kind of the whole breakdown there. Let's see if we can do any for the borrower here. For the borrower, same thing. I would see I got this 10% discount, same modal here, basically just showing the tiers and what they look like. And if I want more info, I can click on this guy, and I see something pretty similar. As far as discount goes, this is how much I'll save from the current tier that I'm in. Yeah. So that's pretty much everything. I know that was a lot of information, but yeah, these are all really close on the pipeline right now, and probably in order. It's probably going to come out with the token discount first. After that, it's a little bit more up in the air, but probably the repayments as well come out shortly after that, and the multiple terms. And finally, we'll get BRC-20s at the end of all this. So yeah, lots of goodies.
Yeah, that was a great rundown. I want to open up the floor, the comments and everything for any questions, so that like everything is immediately accessible within their knowledge and everything of what they just heard. Does anybody have any questions? Feel free to raise your hand. Ozzy.
Yes.
Get up here, Ozzy.
Ozzy's on a streak.
Let's go.
Hey guys, how are you?
Fuzzy D guys, let's go.
You good?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good. Good to have you.
Yeah, thank you. So I think I just arrived a little late. I didn't watch from the beginning. So I was asking is that those new features you guys are implementing, when are we expecting to see them?
Yeah, good question. Good question. So, I can definitely tell the order for sure. The order is clear. The exact date is not as clear, but first will be the token discounts because this proposal's been out for about a week now, and the testing's been going pretty well for that. It has required a lot of testing. There's a lot of different like edge cases, so it's kind of taken a lot of testing has gone into it essentially. But we want to make sure everything's good. Want to make sure it's well explained on the app itself, so people are aware like what discounts they're getting, what bonuses they're getting, and everything there. But if I had to guess, I think that's probably coming out within the next 2 to 3 weeks. I think that's almost for sure 2 to 3 weeks for the token discount. The other two are going to be really quick after that, which are the loan terms should be really quick after that. The unconfirmed Bitcoin for payments should be also almost immediately after that. And we're testing BRC-20 in parallel too. So there's a good chance that BRC-20 is ready relatively soon afterwards too. So probably in the next 2-3 weeks, we'll see some real some live movements on all this, and everything will be starting to roll out. And I think that's a pretty reasonable timeline that we'll hit.
Perfect. I was wondering if it was later than that, but 2 to 3 weeks is awesome, to be honest. And another question I have, I don't know if you guys talk about it, your algo for the loans and the terms. You've been messing with it and tweaking. Can we have again back the loans to 3 days in runes, please? How are you with that?
No, appreciate
the results you guys having with that. How is that working?
Yeah, so we're definitely trying to track how everything is progressing from these changes. We definitely want to keep improving everything we have there. I think the main thing is one of our features is the multiple terms. So basically for one collection, you could have a 3-day, a 5-day, and a 7-day, for example. And the main idea there is to kind of move away from the algorithm as much as possible. That way it's much more of a it's much easier for the market to decide what the correct value is essentially. So we're trying to make it a lot easier for borrowers and lenders to meet in the middle. So that feature should really help there, I think, and help lenders find borrowers find lenders, and yeah, so that one should be pretty easy to test and roll out as soon as we have the everything else out of the way.
That sounds great, because as you say, market will find out the better options for a lender or for a borrower, and having those options in different days, the term days, it sounds great. Yeah, I think for me, but did you saw any difference in volume or anything with this change with the algorithm?
Yeah, I don't think there's been enough data for sure. I can touch on like how we're trying to track improvements. The main metric that we're trying to use to track things is Liquidium's volume relative to marketplace's volume. So that's kind of like, okay, what is the market volume itself, and then what is Liquidium's relative to that, like maybe like as a percent essentially. So we can see, okay, is Liquidium increasing its market share or decreasing its market share relative to the buying and selling volume of ordinals or runes. And I think this will be a pretty clear metric to account for the change in market conditions. Essentially, we're going off of what the buying and selling conditions are and what we think borrowing and lending should be as a ratio of that. But yeah, so far we haven't necessarily come to any conclusions. It's only been, I think, a week or two since we started to go a little bit more aggressive with this implementation. But yeah, we're definitely always listening to people. I know that some people have been a little bit unhappy about some things, so we're definitely always keeping our ears out and keeping an eye on the Discord. Even if we're not messaging we're always reading it, keeping up to speed there.
Perfect. For me, that is all. Thank you guys. Continue the good work. I love the platform, and yeah, let's keep it rolling.
Awesome. Appreciate you, Ozzy. Thanks for coming up.
Yeah, bye-bye,
Yeah,
guys.
thanks so much.
I think that's three weeks in a row for Mr. Ozzy. Maybe two or three, somewhere around there.
Fuzzy
I
D
see a lot
gods
of
on top,
repeat-
baby.
I love seeing the repeat listeners.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys
Yeah.
are awesome. So thanks for coming.
I think the newbies
Okay.
too.
If anybody
Hilarious.
else has questions, definitely either put it in the chat or you guys can come up and speak. I'm also monitoring the chat on X. So if you guys are watching from X and wanna ask something, feel free to do that too. I'm also monitoring that.
Oh yeah. But yeah, tons of things in the works. Tons of things. Basically my days are full of endless testing. So
We work our devs.
Yes.
Me and James have a lot of fun.
You guys got your busy days. I know.
It's
I
true.
see it.
It's true.
No, I mean, we're busy all the time, but our work is very fun. So
Oh yeah. Ours is very much more social. You guys are in the
Yeah.
dungeon.
Yeah,
Right.
big time. It's just
it's in the
me
basement.
burning Bitcoin, double checking all these numbers.
Sam, Luke, Dylan, Bogdan, everybody just slaving away, like back sweating. Shudu's like kind of sweating, kind of like in a better position. Like, hey, I see you guys over there. Don't die on me.
Let's see. I think somebody wants to come up to speak. And a question. Trip, do you mean the tiers for the borrowing and lending, or the tiers for the discounts? Okay. Yeah. Let me send a little screenshot. Cool. Waka Flocka Flame, welcome.
Hey, how we doing, fam?
Pretty good. Sick.
Great, how are you?
Oh, doing great. Again, as always, appreciate you guys running this. Excited to hear about all the new features. Couple quick questions while I got you all here. So there's currently a feature that allows you to create new offers on ordinals from the portfolio edit page. You go down your existing offers, you click an existing one, you hit edit, you're able to bring up the order book, and then you can create new offers from this edit page instead of navigating back to the lend page. But it looks like this functionality doesn't exist currently for runes. Is there any plan to, or are there any plans to bring that over to runes as well, or is that sort of sticking exclusively to ordinals as is?
We definitely should be able to bring that over. Yeah, no, that should definitely be something pretty straightforward to bring over. I'll circle back with you guys and let you know if that's. I mean, we definitely can do it. I'll just circle back and see how long it might take.
Hey, that'd be awesome. Counterpoint to that, if you're on the lending page, you currently, and you see one of your offers that might be a little bit out of whack, you currently have to navigate back to portfolio in order to delete that, edit that, move that around. Is there any way to similarly start editing offers on the lend page as opposed to having to navigate back to portfolio to move that stuff around?
That's a really good point too. Just making it easier and quicker, faster for everybody. Let me take a note of that one too.
Hey, I only bring bangers, man. I only bring bangers.
Put Pete to work. You got it.
Yeah,
Two more I got here.
Suggestions like that, definitely like bring them to the lunch club. If we're like always monitoring the Discord, obviously, but sometimes we miss a lot of messages. But if you guys ever have suggestions, just come up, tell us, or write it in the chat. Because yeah, like a lot of times we are using it so often that we like miss a lot of things that maybe other fresh eyes wouldn't. So yeah, for sure.
Awesome. I appreciate you guys taking these suggestions.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you for bringing them up.
Trip says that he has run into the same issue. So yeah, it's great to make a note of.
Nice.
Next one I got here. First of all, excited about the new features. Excited to see that we're going to have multiple term loans on different collections there. Is there any way to just publish like a list in the meantime, a list of these term announcements, these term changes whenever, say one collection jumps, 1% in down 2 days. I personally get just assaulted with half a dozen emails about this change, that change, that change. But there's really no track of what changed or a list of changes anywhere. Is there any way to make an announcement or even have a channel to list the changes, anything like that?
That's a great point. Honestly, we should. A channel is probably really clear. Maybe even just like one document that kind of just lists them all in order. You can just scroll through. But maybe the channel is even better for that. But yeah, let's definitely circle back on that too. I just wrote it down. But that's a really good point.
So are you talking about like new features in general? Is that what you're referring to when you say that?
So it seems like there are some announcements for new features, but really just any kind of term changes on collections. I think now you're trying to, yeah, like whenever the algorithm decides it's time to change the terms on something, yeah.
Yeah, got you. Yeah, that's definitely, yeah, that's a good suggestion. We do have a change log on our docs, just for like features, specifically or generally, but for terms, yeah, you're right. We definitely should have that because I think a lot of people get surprised when they go and the terms have completely changed. So yeah, that's a good point.
So last one I got, I understand there's an experiment 9 whitelist opportunity for the top. Well, that's what I'm looking for, a little bit of clarification on actually. So it seems there was a tweet that had some instructions that you had to follow a good doctor, retweet, do some loans, and get in the top 15 there. I'm trying to just understand whether it's the top 15 people who interacted with that tweet or engaged with it, or whether it's just a straight top 15 of whoever's on the leaderboard, whether or not you know these people, interact with them, have wallet. I guess you have a wallet address, but that's about it.
So yeah, good question. Yeah, if that's not clear for everybody, that's good to know. I'll definitely see if we can clarify that on Twitter as well. But basically it is the top 15 loans by volume, but only limited to one per wallet. So if one wallet makes like the first biggest loan and the second biggest loan, they'd only get like obviously on the whitelist ones. So the top 15 that are unique users. Does that make sense?
So if I understood you correctly, was that the single largest loan or the top loan volume over the month of August?
Yeah, of the month of August, the top loan volume. So it has nothing to do with the leaderboard. It's just solely based on the month of August and the volume of the loan.
Okay, is there any tracking of that now? Is there any separate leaderboard that people can see that or see their progress or anything like that?
There is not actually, but if that's something that you guys want, I think that's something we could possibly spin up at Peter at Devs.
I think that can be done pretty straightforward. Yeah, just to make that more clear for everybody.
Yeah, we could definitely get that out. I think that's a good point. And then we can just announce that on X, or if you just stay tuned there, I think we can get that out for you guys.
Hey, that'd be awesome. I'd appreciate it. That's all I had. Again, appreciate everything you guys are doing. And again, keep up the good work, all right?
Appreciate you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I think Julie is also just requested to be speaker. Is she there?
Let's see. Yeah, Julie, if you want to request again, maybe try cancel and request one more time. For some reason, the option to bring you up disappeared for me. Oh, there we go.
Right. Hi, I had to give my Discord the microphone permission.
There we go.
Gotcha.
Hey, Julie, welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for doing this. I'm sorry I missed the first part of the lunch club, so sorry if you already answered this. But how's it going with the instant loans?
Yeah, so these are a little bit deeper down the roadmap for sure. Still obviously a major priority for us. Let's see, what can I say? We have a really good plan on how to implement them now. The main reason that's holding us back is you can't really do it a perfectly like trustless, decentralized currently, but we've done a good amount of research, come up with something that's pretty good. But honestly, that's all I can say. But it's gonna take some more time for sure. That one's unfortunately a little bit farther down the path. But still obviously, probably one of the key features we want to get out there.
Yeah. I actually never got into like ETH NFTs. Like it's funny because like I sort of like never saw the vision, even though I was completely around that entire time. But I've heard that on those platforms that was sort of like a key part of those platforms. Like other people that are here, I'm sure would know more about this than I do. But like in my mind, it's funny because like for whatever reason, it's like I instantly saw the vision on ordinals. And like I don't know why, but like on ETH NFTs, I was like, oh, these are such a scam. Like, I never saw it. Like I never got it. Of course, I was wrong. I was completely wrong. I admit it. I lost out on millions of dollars. Like I was there the entire time. I lost. Like I was totally wrong.
I faded it too.
But yeah, I mean, I just I was the big loser. But people have told me that on those platforms that like that is like they are able to do that. So I wonder if you could sort of like maybe reach out to those people and just sort of be like, how did you solve this? Like because it seems like and I get that like that's like a different chain and so it's a different thing. But I don't know, but for me as a user, like that's it's just like such a priority to me. Because I just find myself like just over and over and over again. I find myself waiting for these lender. I have been a lender in the past, but now I primarily am a borrower, and like I'm just constantly waiting for the lenders to countersign, and it just really like to me it's like the main I feel like hold up in the platform moving forward.
Yeah, no, great points for sure, and definitely resonate with you and all that. I missed the ETH wave. I agree.
Okay, so you too then. Okay, so I'm not the only moron in the group.
For me, it's ordinals. Ordinals clicked. It's they're on chain. It's like, come on.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's like ordinals sort of like just it completely makes sense to me. Whereas like the ETH NFTs seem like a scam to me.
No, I was there. But yeah, otherwise totally agree. It's definitely vital. The main reason we can't do it as easily is because with smart contracts on like Ethereum and Solana, it's so much easier for this kind of programmability. But Bitcoin is really limited in that sense. We do I can confirm we do have something. It's in the works, but it's a little bit out there for sure. But it is our priority. A lot of the features we have planned now, once they're totally out of the way, things like this, like big changes, like even bigger changes are kind of right on the horizon for sure.
And I feel like you kind of just answered the question as to why it's more difficult here is because the reason why they're a scam is because they're not on chain. And so that's why the instant loans are more difficult, obviously, here.
Yeah.
Is that the reason?
Yeah, kind of because we don't have the same programmability, I guess. Like Ethereum and Solana, you can write all that code and it can run on the blockchain. But Bitcoin, there is no code to run on the blockchain, essentially. So it's a lot more limited what you can do in a more, while still being like secure and trustless. We totally value this feature for sure. It's easily number one on our to-dos after these current ones, just because these current ones are a lot easier to just get out of the way. and
Yeah.
start rolling on the important ones. But yeah, it also kind of took us a lot of time to figure out a solution. So that's kind of why it's been so long. Because I know you've been around for a while, Julie. So appreciate
Yeah.
you, G. But yeah, so we've been, you know, putting our heads down, researching so much on this, and yeah, we finally have something. But yeah, that's for a later lunch club to be spilled.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to like push you or obviously like you don't want to like get something live that's not ready, because that would be that wouldn't be good. But I just know that in my experience, I get a lot of stuff that like the loans just expire without being signed, and it's just kind of like it just feels that like there's sort of like a lot of liquidity that's sort of just getting evaporated with that countersigning process. And like in sort of my fantasy, I'm sort of like, okay, if these were instant, there would be just kind of like a lot more liquidity being captured, that would be kind of transacting faster, without this kind of like artificial friction kind of built into the system.
Yeah, no, totally. Have you ever used any of the other like NFT lending on other chains, Julie, or no?
No, I haven't, because all the NFTs I own are like junk, like they're just kind of like random stuff that they're kind of like not worth borrowing against, but like I've heard of them and I kind of like know about them, but I've never tried to like borrow against them before. So I'm just not familiar with any of those other platforms. And also like in my mind, I kind of keep thinking about, okay, so it's basically like a link to a picture that's not actually like an asset. You know what I mean? That's sort of like what's going on in my head.
Right. Yeah,
and that's how it's hard for me to imagine that it has value,
Right. No, that's why ordinals click for me too, 100%. We're turning this into the ordinals versus everything conversation now. Let's go. Yeah. I can talk about that for days. So.
Yeah. And also, like I saw somebody mention in general the other day, like I'm a little bit interested in the fractals. The fractal network. Like I haven't really started looking into it that much, but I would be interested if you guys started like supporting that.
Yeah, we're totally interested there too. We've checked them out a bit. But yeah, definitely trying to find where everything would line up with Fractal too. But that's a bit different, I guess, just because kind of our main goal has always been stay on layer one.
Yeah.
With Fractal, you don't necessarily have that, but you have like a easy wrapping and then a lot more features. But yeah, we're our heads are everywhere for sure. Even though, and honestly, it's amazing. We're such a small team, but everybody's kind of just always keeping an eye out on pretty much everything. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but like everybody's trying to stay in the weeds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everything from Babylon to Fractal to Opcat to whatever it may be, we're there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's all I have to say. Thank you.
And we appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. Good chatting.
I don't know how to.
Kate said no sleep.
Yeah, the Trip just asked how many employees do we have? Yep, Kate's got it. 10 full-time, 3 part-time currently. So that's the squad. Very good. Nice and
lean mean.
Yeah, lean and mean. The best part is the vibes, everybody's just has a good time, crushing it together. And that hopefully resonates into the work we're putting out. So yeah. So blessed to have
we're probably going to have some sort of team offsite soon, like before the end of the year. So should we have like a Liquidium lunch club with everybody? That would be so funny. 13 people in one lunch club.
Run it.
Everybody.
Run it.
Yeah.
Only if it's at some sketchy time, though. It's got to be at like 1 in the morning.
Yeah. We're all gonna be dead tired.
We're all drinking. Playing drinking games.
Okay.
Oh, it'd be the most lit lunch club yet.
Oh my. That would be fun. But
Anybody else getting a bug with the lender borrower profiles? I've seen them.
awesome. Yeah, I'll take a look at that after this. If you want to open a support ticket, this is to Mr. Quacka Flock Flame. That'd be dope. And then we can look at that together. See if there's anything funky going on. Appreciate you pointing it out. Otherwise, that's mostly it. We will have some people in a token 2049. If anybody's going to be there, pretty much the three of us and Robin will be there. So if anybody finds themselves at the events, feel free to look out for us. We'd love to say hi. That would be great.
Yeah, you guys can get some exclusive merch too.
Yeah, will be some goodies. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Lots of exciting things in the works. I am bullish.
No, big bullish.
Can't say it enough.
So we should definitely talk a little bit about the return of Liquidium Member of the Week.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. Let's do that. So I think we'll just stick with the same format of like kind of commenting under the live stream. But today I want you guys to tweet and say your favorite new feature that's coming out. Yeah, so if you guys comment there, then we will pick a random person from the comments. Make sure to like and also retweet our live stream so that everybody else in your audience is able to see it too. But yeah, I think that's it for this week, and then that will be announced next week. So
perfect. Yeah, sounds good. Any final wrap-up statements from either of you up here? Pete?
Nothing from me. Just yeah, super excited. Feeling really good about everything, where we are, the space and everything in general. So I'm super positive today, you know? Good time.
I love to hear it. Positive. Yeah. Bullish CTO. We like that.
Good to be around the users again too. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate you as always.
Yeah, lunch club is the best.
It is. Good time.
Look forward to it every week. Lady Liquidium, you have a final statement?
Not really. Let's just keep building. Everybody keep using. And let us know if you ever need anything or have any suggestions or questions. We'll be here every week.
That's perfect.
Well, for the most part, we're kind of iffy. Yeah.
We had some vacations and stuff to work around, but we're back. I think you wrapped it up. I think you wrapped it up pretty much perfectly, though. I mean, like, if you guys ever have like a question or a need, definitely reach out to us. You know, we want to have as open of a door as possible for you all to give your feedback and help us scope the best product for you to use. So, on that note, that's my final statement. Thank you all for being here. We love each and every one of you, and we'll see you next week. Peace.
Peace. Later, guys.